Hi all, welcome back to more DD at Tarawa. This is going to be my part 13. Okay, so just back after my weekend away, playing some different games, casting some magical spells, Magic the Gathering, mainly. A couple of little board games that were quite good fun as well. I didn't get, this is Monday now, so I didn't really get around to it yesterday. I was a bit worn out to be honest, but it was good fun. Um, And right, just try to catch up where we're at. There's a few things to talk about. I've not got my tablet up here though, so I'm just kind of going to go off the top of my head. Well, first of all, Mr. Butterfield came on and clarified a couple of things. Well, the second one, we're maybe looking for still a little bit more clarification. However, he did come and say that yes, there should be a purple steady fire in this hex, and he's baffled to why it's 8 years have gone by and he's not he's not noticed that. Well, it wasn't me that noticed it first, to be honest. Like I say, there's a couple of comments out there about it. Kurt brought it up, I think, while playing his video playthrough, which would have been a way back there as well. So I assume Mr. Butterfield missed that post when it came by and whatever, and didn't notice the thread at the time, or was busy with other stuff. However, he does conclude that that's what that should be. Okay, so good stuff there. And the other one was regarding this move from the double purple, this assault action. Now, I'll come back to it when I've got the actual words that he's put down. He basically says each individual. Now he says Japanese position. He doesn't say position group. He doesn't say position hex. And that's what I noticed. He just said position. Acts individually, going by the criteria of working from right to left. So this one would be the one that would act first, even if it was, I know it's a position group, but this one would go before this one because it's further right. However, he then says that once that's moved in, then the other one moves. It didn't really clear up the question that we had. Although there was some other, Gene brought up a couple of points as well, which I never fully studied, to be honest. And then it was Martin that responded with the fact that it doesn't really clear up the question I was trying to ask about, the fact this is now sitting in a single position and it's a double a double on the card. I would have still thought it could trigger, but my worry was then that there was no units in its field of fire where there had been initially, and that was causing a little bit of the confusion. I think the way we resolved that and the way that Martin and Gene seem to feel like it went is probably right, but the fact that John's there trying to clarify the question, then we'll maybe wait and see if he follows up on what Martin said there. I'll go through that one more carefully when I've got the actual words in front of me. Don't think there was anything else. One other comment I remember Martin making was, when this tank came down to close combat us, and he says this is one of the times that he would probably have considered a withdrawal. In fact, I think he said that he would have withdrawn. And it's not something I thought about at the time, but I should have considered it. We did take out the death marker, which is something, but then the unit got wiped out. I want to say the unit was, when the close combat started, was he not only 2 steps, or was he only 1 step even? Because he hit him first and then assaulted him, didn't he? Was it not that? I'm talking rubbish here. Does assault not do that for the tank? No, it's not assault, sorry, it's, what is it? Overrun. If US units in the field of fire, then at least one US unit. Then, if at least one US unit is hit, then they move into close combat. Yeah, because it was triangle, diamond, whatever. It matched the symbol. So he fired at us, hit us, and then came in close combat at us. So I want to say we only drew 1 card, and then we got the heroism, didn't we? So I suppose we did get kind of lucky. But if we were to withdraw and we only had the 1 step, it probably is the right call, what Martin says, because I should have just chose, once he fired at us and missed, then we withdraw, but he still gets to draw one more card. I can't recall how the cards came out. I want to say that we probably have still hit us anyway. So we probably came out of it better, but that's not because we got rid of the death marker. So we probably came out of it better. However, that's not to say what Martin's saying is probably right. In that situation, you should probably withdraw and minimise your losses because you're up against it. Okay, there might be another few things, but I'll get to them as things move on. And I've just realised we are starting. It must be turn 7. We flipped over the next lettered action. So we've got 3 lettered actions. So we've got ARM. So that's going to bring that into it. And we're sitting along at the US Amphibious Operations phase, and we've got some units waiting to land. How lovely. A bit late, but they're there. So that's where we're at. So should we just get on with that? Yeah, I think so. Right. Now, well, the first step is assigning our LVTs. And I was looking back on a little bit, and I thought, yeah, because all the video footage is out there as I'm recording this at this moment. It's all there, and part 12 is there. Think there's been any comments on part 12? Maybe, like I say, there was a couple of things that I've maybe missed. Anyway, we've got a 1 full strength LVT, and we've got 3 single steps, so we could put 2 of them together to get another full strength. So I think originally my plan, well, not my original plan, my next plan was to land this, and one of these. And of course the tank would be landing anyway. So, yeah, and put all the LVTs along here. I mean, just because, I suppose, well, maybe not just because, but we've got a little bit here. We've got nothing here, really. So I figure that might be the better plan. I think we're hoping this guy stays disrupted and going to go in and try and close combat again, but again, he could undisrupt and then we might just sit and do the same thing next turn. However, all of these units, apart from this guy, who's sitting in the tank's field of fire, I think got hit the last time, didn't he? The rest of the units are sitting in I want to say they're all in safe hexes, yeah. Well, this guy's disrupted anyway, so. You've always got the dreaded, well, I'm pretty sure it's in this game as well, maybe not though. The dreaded event that removes disruption from the Japanese units. Unless that was just in Omaha, I would have a guess that it's probably in this game as well, because it's a brutal event, and yeah, that's what this game is. brutal but brilliant. Yeah, you've got to say. Okay, so I think that, and then all we'll get on this side basically is this tank. So he's hoping to come in here. Is that right? Yeah, he's hoping to come in here, which will be sitting in blue and red. So he could have a barrage at that. However, yeah, why did I put him along there? Why didn't I bring him closer to the action a bit? I can't move them now because they were set once. I'm not sure. I'm not sure why I chose to put him there. Is he'd be better being here, I would think, or yeah, it'd be better being here, which would have been landing from that hex, but I'm not even going to get a drift for that. I could get a drift to there and land there. Unless, of course, I went inland. If I got drift and then went inland one, that would end up there, which would probably be better. Although, yeah, I'm realising this has got CC, isn't it? So maybe that's what I realised, that the tank's not going to benefit any from attacking that position, because it's a CC. All you're going to do is sit there and disrupt it all day long. Okay, well, I can't move them anyway. So am I going to do that? Am I going to stick with that, or do I want more land? I'm not. I think that makes sense. I think it does. So I'm going to put the full strength LVT on that. And I'm going to put 2 single steps on, it was a circle one I was going with. Now, well, let's see, he's landing in there, which isn't giving you the flank. Yeah, I think I worked out I couldn't really land and get a flank situation. Well, here again, if you land there, ooh, does that count as an inland hex if you landed there and went inland 1? So that looks like it's a beach hex, eh? Ooh. I don't know about that one, actually. I think the way I regard landing is that the beaks, what was it? The bird's beak side. Inland results. Place units landing inland of hexes 1-1. Yeah, it's over the other side. Now, I'm not sure. If you got an inland result, like I say, from this position, because that's a beach, but that's a beach as well. Okay, well, what is it I'm wondering about trying to create this flank? Yeah, so that would be these landing. Well, I was actually going to land one of these, so yeah, I mean, if you go the landing, if inland 1 from there was there, it might be. I don't know. I kind of feel like it might still be just there because of how it is. But I'm probably going to have to go and ask that question if it comes to it. So leave it here in the video. If I land there and I got an inland 1, is it moving to there? Or is it counting that as a beach and moving it right to there, maybe? And the other thing is, if I got inland 2 from there, and we were counting that as inland 1, then inland 2 would be there, or it would be in there. All that would, I'm saying it would create a flank. Yeah, the tank would count there, wouldn't it? But I'm going to get, hopefully, something else landing in here anyway. Okay, so we're going to... Yeah, I'm going to put my flamethrower guy... Sorry, I'm not showing you that. The other landing LVT is going to go in the top engineer there. So if we do get that inland landing, then that could actually be pretty good. Although we've got the Japanese fire phase to come in, yeah, so... And that buoy position is not disrupted yet. This is what I would have liked, and probably should have tried to move this, but moving it in here is then into intense brown, and it makes that vulnerable. But then I would have been able to barrage that. So, and you know, if I was to try and move to here, I'm then in intense yellow, so that doesn't really help either. Okay, let's go with that. Let's go with that, Grant. So, and then these tanks will land as well. Right. So we're going to land from right to left, yeah? Draw 2 cards for each LVT stack and tank unit from map right to left. Yeah, so it's just, remember, it's just this first guy that's getting to land. Well, there's only one guy in. Again, I'm not showing you, sorry. There's only one guy in there, so it's just him that's going to land. These two are only landing the first unit, and that's only landing the first unit in the stack, and the tank will just land itself. This unit will just have to wait. Yeah, and the rest will have to wait. And over this side, yeah, we're only going to get the tank because I've no LVTs to do any with these guys. So okay, let's draw for the one that's furthest right. Furthest to the west, which is the tank. So, yeah, so we're checking for drift. Here we go. Right, drift 1 right. Well, that's probably going to spoil things. And I do have to drift with tanks, don't I? The only things you ignore, or can ignore, are reef and water results, I think. It's an HQ that may ignore a drift. Okay, well, we're drifting 1 right. Is that bad? Oh, it is, isn't it? It's going to put us adjacent to the plumbing position. That sucks. So then we cannot barrage that red. Well, actually, we could barrage that red. Is that a 3 position? No, that's brown. I guess that's 2 reds, isn't it? Yeah, so from there I could barrage that position, I suppose. Right, anyway, it's drifting 1 right, so that is what the card says, so... oh yeah, okay, these could have got the pivot as well. I'm forgetting we're not, this isn't R1, this is R2. Anyway, it wasn't a pivot, Grant, it was drift 1 right. Okay, so that's that. So now we're looking for the landing bit, we're looking just at the L, we're not looking at the U, because this is, it just checks under the LVT column, and it's only 2 steps. So here we go. Right, so L with 2 dots, so it's keeping its steps and it's landing on the beach. So that is good. I'm not sure if going inland there would have been anything better. No, it would have been worse, to be honest, I think. We'd be moving into intense anyway. Right, okay. And this is a point, that's why it talks about tanks possibly being involved in close combat, because if we land a tank on a Japanese unit, that's when close combat would happen for a tank. One of the cases, the other case, if the Japanese are attacking us. Okay, so that, although he landed on the beach, well, he steps, that drift is just taking him, yeah, made it a bit annoying. Probably if I've got an action, I probably actually want to move that back. Right, so, oh well, hey ho. Right, so moving on, we're going to, none of these can be checked, like I say, there's no LVTs. So this is our strong heavy infantry unit. It's got a full LVT, so yeah, it's actually landing in here. So it's kind of going separate from the rest of the things. So plan is to get in there and have an attack on that, because this is a coastal position. Now, you'll need to remember, Grant, because we made a right blunder. Well, I say we made a blunder, it did look like a blunder. I mean, I knew what was happening when I was watching it back, but even still, even if that was a coastal position, I'm not sure that was a good attack, was it? I don't think I could come up with anything smarter to do, though. So I just kind of hoped for a bit of luck that it was a 1 or a 0. And of course, that was a reinforcement unit. So we should have known that it was going to be a stronger unit. We should have known it was going to be an inland unit. Because I think, yeah, it's only the elite units that will go back to the reserve unit spots, isn't it? At the moment, anyway, until you hit the night turn where you might get some normal ones back. Anyway, yes. I'd feel comfortable if I had my full 8 strength attacking this guy, shall we say. That's what I'm saying there. Right, so let's see if he's going to have 8 strength. Well, on landing anyway, he could lose things after that as well. So, yeah, so we're checking for drift. So we draw a card. Don't want to drift. No drift, that's good. Right, we just want to land on the beach here with our 4 steps. Here we go. Oh. Well, we're getting the beach, but we're only getting it with 2 steps. Damn. That's harsh. The LVT was 1 step, so it's reduced as well. So the LVT takes a hit, and the unit takes 2 hits. So we're looking for M38. That sucks. So now I'm going to be 4 strength rather than 8, which is a slightly different thought. And this guy will be getting, yeah, he's in the rough crater thing, isn't he? So he gets doubled. Right, however, we do land on the beach, so there you are. If they just gave me 1 hit there, I'd been... Now I just don't think I can attack that. Because I've also, look at the weapons, I've got flamethrower and mortar, that's it. It's not making very well, I don't think. Right, next one is going to be the engineer on top, the one that's got the flamethrower. Excuse me. And we're going to draw for drift. Pivot right. Well, he can't pivot right because this is an R3. So no, so that just treated as no drift. And then landing, he's only got 2 steps, remember. Well, he's landing with 4 steps. Oh, he's only going in the water. That's the one we were kind of hoping for the inland, wasn't it? So, LVT is 1 step. Well, it's 1 step anyway, so that's fine. The unit, well, yeah. I'm assuming if we're only landing 1 unit, even if that said you two steps right now, it would be fine for us because it's just a 2-step unit we're landing. So I can only assume that. Anyway, if it was a 4-step unit, it'd be like, yeah, I would have preferred that for the last guy. In fact, even if he hit the water, I would have preferred it. However, right, that's not what's happening. So he's ending the water, which is there. Now he can't away the all the other guys are in the beach landing boxes. I'm not going to start trying to move him because he can't start wading because he's already had a little bit of action from the LVT. Right, and then finally these are 2 steps transporting this full infantry unit. Oh no, finally we've got a tank to come after that. Right, so checking this guy for drift. No drift. Right, come on, be nice. Just losing a step, going inland 1. Ooh. Right, so LVT's losing a step, so we lose 1 of them. That goes back in the box. So we lose an LVT. The other one's fine. And the unit's taking a step loss. Unit's taking a step loss, and then it's landing in land 1. From there, it's going to be close combat. You know what? Yeah, let's bring it on. Why not? Why not? I think in some way it's forcing. Well, I'm saying why not? That's what's happening, Grant. You've not got an option, and I think that's why I'm happy because I've not got an option with it. So there's a beach, and I'm going inland 1. So close combat. We did unfortunately lose a step, but we're still got 3 steps, 3 cards. Yeah, and this happens right away, doesn't it? I know it does. Feel like I want to read it. The units may be placed in a Japanese occupied hex. If this occurs, conduct close combat 8.6. Yeah, well, Grant, I don't know why you're really looking because this is the US action phase, and that's why you've got to wait. It specifically wants you to wait to the end to do it because I think you could probably game some situations with that where if you were to close combat right away, then you'd still have another action for another unit to maybe move in or do things like that. So I think that's why it does it. Yeah, so we're going to resolve this now. We've only got that tank to land after that. So that card goes away and we're going to carry out this close combat then. And it's going to be in a blue position. Oh, he's got 4 strength as well, isn't he? I didn't think about that. Well, he's not attacking, so there's that. So that means he's going to get 2 cards, we're getting 3, he's firing first. Is that right? Pretty sure. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so we've revealed everything. He didn't have a depth marker. Yeah, so he's getting 1 for the unit and 1 for being 4 strength. There's no CCs on. Oh, hang on. I'll do my one first. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Martin pulled me up. Well, jokingly. Thought there must have been an imposter at the other end of the camera because... I mean, the reason it happened is because I delayed this close combat when I wasn't sure about doing it. I wanted to see if I was going to get any more feedback before I'd done it. So I sat there waiting with the whole possible close combat. I carried out the rest of the I went in the US action phase and done some moves. And afterwards, I must admit, I thought about it. I didn't go and look in the camera right enough. I kind of maybe forgot there. But at the time I was watching it back, I thought, have I carried out any action that would draw a card And then I thought, right, I don't think so, but I did. I carried out a barrage action with a tank that drew a card, and Martin was saying that obviously that I can't be Grant because I've drawn a card out of turn, because the next card drawn should have been there. I've not went back and looked at the cards because I don't want to see what the result would have been and whatever. And I know he knows it's not a big deal and it's just something, but obviously he's making a joke of the fact that I hate doing things like that. I do not like drawing cards out of turn. So I did it that time, and I've not went back and, like I say, looked at what might have been. I've just let it go, and then we eventually done the close combat there. So yeah, not good, but I'm sure it's not that big a deal, is it? Right, let's move on. Yeah, that's the reason that came to mind there. I was about to draw the cards for the Japanese unit first. I thought that's actually what it was meaning at first, because I started thinking, when the Japanese attack, should you draw their cards first before you draw yours? However, in the instructions, it does, at least I think it does. I'm pretty sure it says you draw the US card. That's the order it's got in. You draw the US cards, then you draw the Japanese cards. It doesn't matter if it's you that's attacking or not. Pretty sure that's right. That's the way I'm doing it throughout anyway. So whether it might tell you to do it differently if they're attacking or not, I don't think it does. Right, so we're getting 3 cards. 3 steps. We do not have a hero. We do not have an engineer with a flamethrower. So 1, 2, 3. That's 4 grand. Okay. And and then for him, like I say, he's getting 2. 1 for the unit and 1 for the 4 strength. That's 2 cards. He's not got CC, he's not a tank, it's not a knight, and he's not got a depth marker, and he's not attacking. Okay. Yeah, he gets to go first. He's only got 2 cards, we've got 3, but I'd really like to avoid him hitting us. So the fire is in blue. Here we go. It is not. Oh. Well, it could have been worse because it could have had blue on the card, but it's got CC reinforce. So he's going to get a depth marker and another card, I believe. CC reinforce. If during no. Right, that's yeah, okay. Add a card to the Japanese card pile. If no depth marker, draw and place a depth marker revealed. Yeah, that is horrible. It is a horrible event. It's fine if I draw it, well, since they've changed the rule a bit, or clarified the rule maybe. So I'm going to add a card first, and take the card, and as always, I'm going to put that card underneath, because I feel like that's the order that it should be. I'll do that throughout though, so I'm not doing something different. And he gets a depth marker. Now the depth marker will be from the position that he was in, which is coastal. Okay, so we're going to draw and reveal a coastal depth marker. Right, well, it's a good one to draw actually. So he doesn't now benefit by drawing an extra card because he's got a depth marker now, or if it had CC on it or anything like that. Nothing else like that happens. He's drawn the card for the reinforce and the depth mark. He's got enough because now we've got to hit that before we can hit that. So, and then fortunately, now we go into the close combat fire. There's no blue on the card, so he does not hit me. So, good. Well, good, but we really need to hit him here. So, we're drawing on blue. Come on. Oh, Grant. No close combat event, no blue on the card. Right, he gets to fire at us now. He's got 2 cards again. So, blue. Oh! Right. No blue again, but reinforce. How about that? Well, I'm kind of glad I never hit him because he would just got another depth marker. Well, I suppose it cycles through these depth markers. Right, so CC reinforce again. So he's going to draw another card, which is again is going to go underneath that. And well, he's got a depth marker this time, so he's not going to benefit from that. No blue on the card, no hat. So interesting close combat. Now we've got 2 cards each though, so that's definitely needs to be a hat. Because, yeah, come on. Blue. Yes. Conscripts. Oh, it's elite. Oh, that would have been nice. If it hadn't been elite, we would have wiped him out right now, wouldn't we? Conscript surrender. If the Japanese unit is not elite or a tank, the unit and its death marker eliminated. Yeah, just gonna look in the rule book. I'm reading that off that chart, but not that I doubt that, but don't know. There's just something wanting me to have a look at that. Conscript surrender. If the Japanese unit in the close combat is not elite and is not a tank unit, the unit and its death marker eliminated. The combat is over. Remove the unit from play. Yeah. So sadly not, but the blue is there. The blue is there. So the event does nothing. However, we hit him. He discards a card that had blue on it. Lovely. And I'll discard my own card as well now. And we hit the depth marker. So it's gone. Right, but back to them, one card each. Well, if he hits us, it's a stalemate. If he doesn't hit us, we've got a chance of taking him out. So, but however, he's missed twice now. So you've got to feel the odds are against us. So here we go. Blue. Oh, it's not. And no event. No event, no hit. Come on, Grant. You could finish this in style. Well, we just need blue on the card. With no other shenanigans. So come on. Ah! Damn. Right, so, well, we missed. There's no event. So it is going to end in exhaustion. All cards drawn and nobody's been eliminated. So ending my exhaustion, if both sides card piles are exhausted, survivors become disrupted. So we're both going to become disrupted. Defending units remain in the hex. So he goes in the hex. Tell you what, being disrupted is pretty good though as well, isn't it? Yeah, because yeah. Now this is the one because we go back to the hex we came from. However, we came in, we landed in. So it says US attacking, placing the hex from which they entered the CC. But I don't think I need to look at this. He came from here. So he came down here, and that's the hex that he entered from, because he was in land 1. So that's where he goes. Yeah, unfortunately he's disrupted as well, though, Grant. So that doesn't really help you out, because the only unit you've got that can attack, well, the only infantry unit you're going to have, because the engineer didn't get in either, is disrupted. So yeah, so I'm not going to be able to do anything to this unit. Kind of hope that he's going to stay disrupted. So kind of hoping blue doesn't not come up on his fire card. But then if blue's not on the fire card, there's going to be other colours. They're going to do things as well. Right, well that was that. That was quite interesting. An interesting close combat there. Not what I thought would... how it would turn out, but there you go. Yeah, close combats that can go strange ways. Really, you just don't know. It's fun, it's random, but it's yeah. Right. Anyway, let's get this tank in. So he's the last one to land. Just him, underneath will not. So we're gonna draw for drift. On the tank, he's gonna drift one left as well. And that is going to be bad. Yeah, because the landing in there, we were getting a free action. And sitting in this blue to be able to barrage that if we need it, that's just not nice. Yeah, because they landed it in there and blue did undisrupt, then I could have attempted to barrage it down again. Right, well that's how it goes. So I've drifted one less, so well, let's see what we get. So for land, I'm looking under the L this time, remember. Right, all good on the beach. So he's landing here in a brown intense position. This was brown intense as well, we were intended to land in, but it was in blue steady, and it was beside the HQ, so... Oh well, right then. Right, and then we are back to, we're going to weigh the shore now, I think. Yeah, this has landed everything. So weigh the shore, 2 hexes. I don't think it really matters here. Well, these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 11, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I can't head towards them. I've got to head towards that. Yeah, 10's the best I'm going to get. 8, 9, 10. Yeah, so I need to head for these 1, 2, 3, 4 hexes here anyway. So, right, so he's going to go, well, they're going to go 1, 2. Hey, no, you don't want them concentrated, do you? Does that matter in the water? I think it will. I don't think nothing rings a bell that says that concentrated fire hexes don't apply to water hexes anyway. Concentrated fire. Right, give me a sec. Yeah, just to find that. I don't think there's any in the contents saying concentrated fire, but then I thought stacking limits might reference me to it. Well, it does, and that is referenced in the contents. Anyway, the rule is 6.35. It's on page 12 of my rulebook anyway. A hex occupied by US units with a total of 5 or more steps is a concentrated target, increasing the unit's susceptibility to Japanese fire. The units in a concentrated target are considered to have the target symbol shown on the Japanese fire card, regardless of symbols printed on the unit's counters. Yeah, so nothing there saying that in the water makes any difference, so let's not do that. That's annoying. Well, can I move to here? If I'm there, I need to be 1, 2. I need to be 8 away if I'm there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh yes, I can. Right. So I can move 1, 2. I'm moving in a worse position though. Well, these guys can move together, Grant. Yeah, but that means you're moving something in there. Well, these are going to have the same problem, aren't they? Yeah. Just like, looks like I'm going to have to leave them behind. So I'm going to move this guy 1, 2, and then just move that guy in there. I mean, I don't have to move the 2, do I? Maybe I do. Again, I'm looking at the flip book here. Hang on. Let's see, wading ashore. Step 3, move every unit in a water hex 2 hexes in the direction that takes the unit closer. Oh. So it's not optional. What sort of makes some sense, I suppose. Oh, that sucks. I'm definitely going to have one of these concentrated. So I could move this guy to here, which is getting closer. Or I could... No, I can't do that. Yeah, I can move him there. Or I could go 1, 2 and move him there. I think... No, I'm allowed to do that. I don't think I am. I think I've either got to move him there or there. Because if I move him there, then I move him from there to there, that's not a move closer to the beach. So, I think I'd rather be concentrated. So I'm going to move him there. And he was 10 away, he's now 8 away, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. So that's fine. These 2 can move here. Fine. They don't mind being stacked because they're only 4 steps. However, this is going to be over. And it? There's nothing I can do about it. That's cruel. Well, I'll tell you what, Grant, you might have stacked your units better. Yeah, because we could have had something here. Couldn't we? That's where the tank was. We could have stacked something with that tank. You fool. And then he would have been able to go 1, 2 into there. Hang on here. Can I count this hex here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 9 away, in actual fact. Ooh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No, these would all be 10 away. Well, this might be an 11 from that. But this is actually 9 hexes away from that. So if I went 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ooh, can I get away with that? I think I can. I mean, well, here's the other thing. Can I wade into a Japanese position? Well, what it says, move every unit in a war hex 2 hexes in a direction that takes the unit closer to a beach hex. Right? So I've got, every move that I make's got to move closer to a beach hex. Because, I wasn't counting that hex at first. Not sure why, and I probably should be counting it, because I think I can move, pretty sure I can move from there to there, into it. I know there's piers here, but... So, I was looking at this hex being the closest. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, that's 9 as well. Oh, that may be fine then. 7, 8, 9. Okay, that's 9 as well. So if I go 1, 2, should be now 7 away. 6, 7. And if I go... Oh. No. Yeah, I was thinking of moving to here. See, that's 7 away from that. Did I get away with that? Because I don't want to put him there. I don't want to put him there, so, but I've got to move closer. But to me, I'm 10 hexes from that. I'm 10 hexes from that. If I move here, I'm now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, I'm 8 from that as well. No, I'm 7 from that. I'm not 10. It wasn't 10. It was 9, Grant. It was 9. So from there, I'm 9 hexes away. 7, 8, 9. From both these hexes. If I move there, I'm 7 hexes away. 7 away from that. And 7 away from that. But if I was to go 1, 2... I sort of think I can get away with this. You know what I'm saying? I can go 1 to there. I've moved 1 hex closer to that. 8. Yeah? And I've moved 1 hex closer to that. However, if I then move my second hex there, I've moved another hex closer to that. However, I've not moved any closer to that hex. But I have moved, in both my moves, I've moved 1 hex closer both times to that hex there. I think that's okay. I'm going to give myself that one. Yeah, I might check the Japanese fire when it comes in, just to have a look to see if I had to stack it there, maybe what would happen. I think it's okay though, as long as I'm moving closer to... I mean, I don't know, maybe you could argue that because I can get closer to that hex there. No, but I'm not. I'm 7 away from that, and it would be 7 away from that. In actual fact, I think both of them could have moved to here. But obviously I don't want to do that. Okay, I'll leave that there, and if anybody wants to comment, I may try and pop a question out about it, but right, these guys going to Wade as well. Nothing really fancy, I think. 2 into there, 2 into there. Now, yeah, they've got these two. I know I've got to be heading for these hexes here. These 3. This guy, he can go here or here. Has he got to go here or here as well? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, they've all got to head for these 3 hexes actually. So I'm as well keeping them in that section. So, oops. So he's going to have moved, and there is slightly better because that's still in that's not in blue. That's in green and yellow there. And this guy doesn't get to wade because he got brought in with the LVT. Okay. Yeah, and yeah, I'll see you. Yeah, not 100% sure, but it feels okay. But I suppose I'm trying to wangle something. I'm gonna. Right, there's no other units to come in. We've got a long time before that happens, and who knows, we might not even succeed at reaching that point. So there's no place, no units. So will I push on? I'm at 46 minutes there. Maybe draw an event card. Why don't we do that? What can go wrong with that? Yeah, because I'm going to have to take a bit of a break. Hope to get back later for some more. And then, like I say, I think things might quiet down a bit. Will I draw this event? Yeah, let's go for it then. So, on to the event phase. We're on turn 7. So, here we go. Turn 7 event. Oh, look at that. Place a hero marker on any use unit and add a depth marker to 1 Japanese unit. Oh well. Right, well, the place a hero bit comes first in that, and I seem to remember this sort of cropping up before. So I think we have to do that first, then place that depth marker. But saying that, you can probably work out where the depth markers go. And remember, it's closest to US unit, coastal before inland. Then I think it looks at the letters and the numbers, doesn't it? So maybe I should look at where it's going to go first. Well, this guy's not got depth. That would be nasty. And he's coastal. This guy has no depth. He's a tank. He cannot get depth back. Once your depth markers go, that's the end. They've had it. This is coastal and adjacent. So there's 1, 2. He's got depth, I believe. Yeah. So 1, 2, 3. He's got depth. 3. Nothing adjacent up there. Alright, maybe you can't see. Nothing adjacent there. These are just shy of that. So I think they stay 3. 9.2 in it. Oh, hang on, it's not coastal at all. It's in or adjacent to a beach hex, which kind of is coastal, isn't it? This is just the same, is it not, Grant? This is adjacent to a beach hex. That's 1. So is that. That's 2. And so is that. That's 3. And that's the ones that are adjacent to US units. So we've got 3. If there's more than one eligible, place the depth mark in the position with the lowest ID number, and then it would go to the lowest letter. So lowest number is, that's a 4. That's a 3. I don't know which. I don't want it to be this one. That's a 5. Right, so it's not going in that one. So I think it's going in that one, isn't it? Well, clearly it is, Grant, yeah. So, again, like I say, I should be placing my hero first, but it doesn't really matter if I've worked out that that's where the depth marker is going to go, does it? So I think I'll just place depth marker just while I remember. I can't see me, you know, now, you know, I could work out where, yeah, I think you know what I'm trying to say. It doesn't matter, does it? Right, so where do I put our hero? Let's draw a random hero. First, see who we get. Not that they do anything different to the others, but let's see. We get, what's that, Rixie? Yeah, Rixie. So that's who's coming along. Right, where are we putting them? Well, other heroes across there, Major Ryan. Yeah. I think I got mocked before in the previous game for putting a hero in a tank, so I better not do that again. Well, the thing is, you've got an HQ here beside these guys, and you've got an HQ beside these guys. So, let me watch. I'm obviously knocking these counters, brushing against them a bit on the top, I think. And then across here, well, we've got a hero, but I mean, would this be the better place to put him, maybe? Maybe on that guy? I think maybe it might. Although, is there any positions where I could do, I mean, this, for instance, situation that we created, would it, I mean, this guy's disrupted, and I want to say he's sitting in intense, isn't he? Yeah, he's sitting in intense green. Fortunately and then unfortunately, the event we had the last time was smoke, and that got smoked, and then its colour never came up, so it's more than likely this is going to get hit. Just try to see if it didn't get hit and if it was to make an attack, because did it not have the weapons? It does. So, but this has got 6 strength, so if I added the hero there and gave it the extra strength, it would be 6 against 6 with the weapons. Does that make a difference? Yes, I've got the weapons. Attack strength is equal. That's no effect if it's an unrevealed depth marker. You don't seem to have the attrition rule in this one, do you? Is that just an Omaha? Don't think I've came across it mentioned anyway. Yeah, this will be revealed, won't it? Unrevealed, sorry. Yeah, it is. That doesn't help anyway. And I'd feel uncomfortable with that anyway, because if green comes up on the fire card, this guy's hit as well. I mean, I feel like maybe there, but I've not got initially a great use for it. I suppose. There is a. No, but hold on, Grant. Did you not bring a engineer down that's got a flamethrower? Yes, that's there. Because I was thinking, I put it on that and we go in close combat, I've got the extra card draw. Well, I suppose that you could have that and the flamethrower going in, and then you'd be drawing 6 cards, but he's only got 1 strength. Well, CC on the counter and he's got depth, Grant. So that's 3 cards. I just think it's slightly wasted down here where he's getting a free action anyway, isn't he? And, oh no, I can't. I was going to say, because these can't move into close combat, these ones, the HQ ones, can they? We found that out, which was a bit of a bummer. Yeah, well, this other guy down here, but yeah, we've not even got the flank situation, have we? If blue doesn't come up, oh no, because he's disrupted grunt. Yeah, so what you really need to do there is blue doesn't come up, then you try and disrupt that. Sorry, if it doesn't come up, or if it does come up, you disrupt it again. That disruption comes off this turn. Then next turn we try and get moved into there, I suppose. And flanking, well, he's got a strength at 8 though. You'd probably need that other tank, wouldn't you? That's 5, 6, 7. If I had the weapons, yeah, if I have the weapons and the attack strength's even equal, I'll only disrupt them. I need to be greater than. And these guys are going to take a while to wade in, so. Well, I suppose I would probably ideally be wanting to move this tank along. Could that then allow him to join the fight there? Maybe. That's what I'm saying. A tank can give the flanking if it's adjacent. Maybe that's not right. Maybe it's just infantry. That could well be actually. Although I don't know. You might be just flanking. Where am I going to find that? It is in the contents, page 15. Flanking 8.22. Some Japanese units, the depth markers list flanking as a weapon requirement. This weapon, actually a tactic, is not possessed by any US unit. In order to meet the flanking requirement in an attack, US units must be attacking Japanese occupied hex from at least 2 hexes that are adjacent to the target, but not adjacent to each other. If both the Japanese unit and its depth marker list in the flanking requirement, the US units must be attacking from at least 3 hexes adjacent to the Japanese hex to satisfy the requirement. 3 hexes may be adjacent to each other. Yeah, so no mention of a tank not being involved. So as long as it's adjacent, basically. So getting this guy moved to there, this tank attacking from there, and then if this tank was allowed to attack from range, I think because the headquarters is there, he can. Can't he? Must be within range. And one or more of the following must be true. The tank unit is adjacent to the target hex. Well, no. Well, actually, no, probably not. I was going to say, could I not make a 2x move, but I couldn't move through that. Well, unless Brown was disrupted, which it might be, because I'm probably going to have a go at that again. Tank unit is adjacent to an attacking infantry unit. See, so that wouldn't work. That one, anyway. Whether the hero bit work, the HQ though. The tank unit is in command of any HQ. Oh, well, cool. Yeah, so why... Oh, see if he had landed there, that would be so much better. Right, Grant, well, he didn't. Okay, well, I'm moving counters with it again. We're still not decided about this hero then. So I don't think it's... I'm just going to put in this guy up here, I think. I think because the headquarters are down there. Yeah, let's go for that. Okay, and then we placed our depth marker. That is our event for the turn. And I think I'll maybe just call that there. And come back later to a pleasant Japanese fire card. Hopefully. Yeah. Right, yeah, I'll just leave that for now, because that's just almost up to the hour. With me yakking away probably a bit too much. And yeah, we'll come back to the Japanese fire phase. Okay, I'll be back later. Cheers.